Welcome to Chapter 9 of At the Mountains of Madness, to the nameless and horrible westward mountains. So, our protagonists from the base camp, they're like, man, we got to go rescue Professor Lake and his crew, because we haven't heard from them in a while, we're worried about them, so they get in a plane, and they're going. They're flying. They're trying to rescue them. There's one panel here of the plane engine. Let me find that. I really liked it. Just one page. Wow, I can't even flip the pages. Oh, actually, I really like this top panel too, right there. But that's not the one I was thinking of. There's a lot of really nice looking bits in here, and I don't want to show you too much because I don't want to completely spoil everything for this chapter. But we're probably going to spoil everything for this chapter. But I don't know. I just really like this. He's like looking out the window, looking at the mountains. There's the engine. I'm not sure that engine's really healthy looking to me. I don't know. I'm not a plane engineer. But the rescue flight is having a lot of problems. They've run into a storm. Here, let's actually shift this over a little bit. They've run into a storm. The cargo's come undone. They have to fix it. If they don't fix it, the plane will be unbalanced. The weight will shift. That makes it harder to fly. It becomes harder to fly. With the turbulence, you could have a crash. I mean, you could have a crash anyway, but it becomes more and more perilous the less balanced, the less spread out the load is. I have certainly been on passenger flights where they have actually moved passengers around because there were not that many people on the plane, and so they had people change seats to balance the plane out. Like, I've seen that happen. It's been a few years, and if I remember right, that was on a little propeller-driven plane. Oh, wait. This is a little propeller-driven plane. Huh. But this crew, these people, the rescue party, are following the same path that Professor Lake and his expedition did. They went west, they went to these crazy black mountains, and in fact, hold on, there's a great bit of those mountains here. Estimated position! Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. This artist of this manga is doing a really great job of mixing these very busy, lots of panels on pages with these big spreads like this that just kind of let you take in the sheer desolation, the sheer size, the sheer emptiness of the Antarctic experience, of the Antarctic continent, because there's no one else there. You got to remember, this is like early 1900s. There's not even like research bases here yet. Nobody has established anything because it's too hard to live there. It's too hard to stay alive. And so you would have random one-off expeditions come in. They'd survey some stuff, or they'd try to get to the North Pole, try to get to the South Pole, and then they would get out of Dodge. It's too dangerous. Ferrying supplies in is hazardous. Being snowed in is too hazardous. Being in a place where it gets to like minus 60 on the regular is too dangerous. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody can live there. And so these people have come down with their expedition. They're all alone. They're isolated. Look how small they are. Look how small they are compared to this great mountain range that they're flying in front of, that they're flying towards. They are out of their depth. They are out of what they can control. They're now at someone else's mercy. They're going into the literal unknown in this case. All they know is Lake is ahead and that there are these mountains. That's it. That's a sum total of what they know as they go to rescue him. It's pretty cool. I definitely like this stuff, man. This artist, like I said, is doing a great job of mixing like these panels where people are doing stuff. You get like intense focusing. But even as they're trying to focus, right? People are looking out the windows. They're seeing all this crazy terrain outside. They're watching themselves go further and further from safety, further and further into danger. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.